So here is a story about a choice that most of us will probably never have to make. It's a decision between, on the one hand, unimaginable wealth, and on the other, giving it all up. This is an ancient tale, but it asks a question that feels very, very modern. What's the real price of freedom?
This story actually comes from an old Buddhist text, one that really digs into some of life's biggest questions. Think of it as a powerful drama, all about family, duty, and this really radical decision to walk away from a fortune to find something, well, priceless. So, let's dive in.
Okay, so let's meet our main character. His name is Hugo, and he's not just some random guy. He's the son of an incredibly wealthy elder, basically the heir to a massive fortune.
So you've got Hugo, who basically has it all: riches, youth, a big family. He's on a path to a life of incredible comfort and power. But then, one day, he hears the Buddhist teachings about the cycle of rebirth, and everything changes. For him, this isn't just some interesting philosophy, it's a complete, life-altering bombshell. Now, as you can probably guess, his decision to become a penniless monk doesn't exactly go over well with his family. And this is where the story's first big conflict really kicks off.
I mean, look at these two completely opposite points of view. His parents come at it with a really practical solution. They're like, look, we have limitless treasures. Just stay home, enjoy it, and you can do all the good works you want. But for Hugo, that life of luxury has started to feel like a golden cage. He isn't looking for a charity project. He's looking for true liberation.
And this isn't just some passing phase. Hugo is so serious about this that he goes on a hunger strike. It's this dramatic, powerful move that shows just how deep his conviction is. He's literally willing to sacrifice his life for this new path. And faced with that kind of ultimatum, his parents finally, reluctantly, give in.
Okay, let's fast forward a bit. A whole decade passes, and Hugo comes back. But he's not the wealthy heir who left. He's achieved enlightenment and is now a humble monk. Yep, 10 years. After all that time spent in deep spiritual practice, Hugo is a completely different person. He returns to his family home, not to claim his inheritance, but as a monk, begging for food. His parents, of course, are overjoyed to see him, and they immediately try to pull him back into his old life. His mother piles up these mountains of gold and jewels right in front of him, a very real, very shiny reminder of the world he abandoned. This is it. This is the ultimate test of who he has become. But Hugo's perspective has totally shifted. He doesn't look at that pile and see treasure. He sees piles of anxiety, greed, and suffering. He actually tells his mother that this wealth isn't a blessing at all. It's the very source of humanity's problems. And to prove he's not kidding, to show his conviction is absolute, he has his entire inheritance gathered up and thrown into the river. It's this incredible act of liberation, a final, dramatic cut from his past life. As you can imagine, word of this gets around. Eventually, it reaches the local ruler, a guy named King Kuru. Now, the king is a rational man, a logical man, and this story just doesn't make any sense to him. He simply cannot understand why anyone would do something like this. So the king seeks out Hugo because he's driven by the same question that, let's be honest, is probably on our minds too. Why? Why would someone who has everything choose to have absolutely nothing? See, the king has this really logical framework. He figures people only renounce the world for 4 basic reasons. 1, they've lost their family, so they're all alone. Nope, Hugo has a huge family. 2, they've lost all their money. Well, that's definitely not it. Hugo was richer than almost anyone. 3, they have some terrible chronic illness. Nope, Hugo is perfectly healthy. Or 4, they're old and can't really enjoy life anymore. But Hugo is young, he's in his prime. None of the king's logical boxes fit. The man is a puzzle. And this is where Hugo explains that the king's logic is flawed because it's all based on external things. His own decision, he says, came from understanding 4 deep universal truths about life itself. So the first truth is old age. He tells the king, look, it doesn't matter how young or strong you are right now. Your body is going to weaken, it's going to fail. It's an unavoidable process of decay that happens to every single one of us. Second is sickness. Think about it. When you're really, truly sick, you suffer alone. Sure, your family can sit by your side, your money can buy the best care, but they can't take the pain away for you. That is a burden you have to carry all by yourself. Okay. The third truth, this one is huge. It's craving.
You know that feeling, that constant nagging desire for more. It's an itch that you can just never ever fully scratch. And Hugo makes this super relatable for the king. He basically says, "Your Majesty, you rule this entire vast land. You have everything. But if you heard about another prosperous kingdom just over the mountains, wouldn't a part of you immediately want to conquer it too?" And the king has to admit, yeah, he would. That, Hugo explains, is craving.
And finally, the fourth truth, death, the ultimate separation. When you die, everything gets left behind. Your wealth, your family, your power, even your own body. None of it comes with you.
You can just imagine these four truths completely shattering the king's neat and tidy worldview. He starts to realize his whole logic was based on the fleeting, temporary circumstances of life, not its fundamental, unchanging nature. And just like that, the king's confusion turns into genuine understanding. It all clicks. He sees that Hugo didn't leave his old life because something was wrong with it. He left because he saw the suffering that's just built into the very fabric of existence. Hugo really sums it all up with this one powerful line from a poem he shares. He says he became a monk because he saw that all the things we chase, wealth, power, youth, they're like an illusion. They seem so real, so solid, but in the end, they always fade away. So this ancient story really leaves us with a modern paradox, doesn't it? We spend our lives being taught to accumulate, to gain, to achieve more and more. But Hugo's journey makes you wonder, maybe true freedom, true gain, isn't found in what we acquire, but in what we are brave enough to let go of.